drink, ingest, endure the stress of our heavy burdens to fulfill the bequeathed fatality of me. Ransom from sin-filled debt, the cost was death in which you paid in its entirety. See, it was meant for me. Beaten and bloodied, plucked beards, hands and feet pierced, a thorny crown embedded in your crown, slashes of open wounds on your back, yet your mouth sealed as we spat, calling you out of your name, unbeknownst to the very lamb that was slain. Suffering pain, blood stained, while your heart stayed maintained in the same posture for the joy of what was to be attained. Salvation for all who remained, chose to turn away from the lies to proclaim the truth. Glory to the Lamb. Glory to the Lamb.
Hallelujah.
Originated as melanated, our men castrated, women and children separated, confiscated from the motherland, shipped aboard above the ocean floors, planked, floating upon underground tanks, casted away at sea, drifting, landing, conditions filled with fleas, rats, and feces, starved and chained, whipped and slain, displayed in shackles, marred with scars, sold to the highest bidder, stripped of our names and called us birthrights revoked, shameful dispositions led by catastrophic ambitions. But you see, slavery was far more than what was taught in our history books. It's beyond waiting on someone hand and foot. Yes, the injustice was peril, yet inspired by the twisting of scripture to justify the superior mindset of evil desires. So much for our founding forefathers, not standing for our fathers and capturing the element of emancipation, but destroying the reputation of who we always were. Originated as melanated, style often duplicated, as the late Dr. King stated, that we should not be hated based on the color of our skin, but by the content of our character within. Still, my mind state is in constant debate, complicated as to why my skin has you so frustrated, which brings in the understanding of sin, the measures of love missing, the brokenness of truth, the misconceptions of Christ's inception of his holy uproot. He chose to leave his holy realm, to delve in a life that was beneath him, to experience trials of being human, but it was us that stripped him from his original home, manger bound, surrounded by the conditions of animals. It was us and our own willingness to be bound to sin, by irrefutably inviting it in, by notwithstanding the temptations of his adversary, we advertently enslaved him. It was us who twisted the scripture. The living word stripped him, beat him, ripping him off of his flesh, the same flesh that he put to death in order to rise to the occasion to combat against the eternal damnation that was set for us. A crown that broke his skin, nerve endings pinched. It was us that stripped him his name and bled him out while being lynched. But the whole time what Christ had in mind was our freedom to rise with him out of sin and allowing his spirit to abide within us, all of us, Jew and Gentile, races of all kinds. That is how he created us, in his image and in the likeness of his mind, so that whosoever believes in him can experience true victory. Let us love one another and live by Christ's creed. Oh God, we thank you. Let us love one another, for it is who the Son has set free is free indeed. Satan 0, Christ forever 1.